Good morning, Intro to Science 9. I am so excited that you are here with me today, and I'm going to use this little introduction to greet you and to tell you a little bit about me and to tell you a little bit about the class. My name is Miss Killinen, and there's some things I just want to share with you as we start to get to know each other this trimester. So the first thing I want to tell you a little bit about is things that I really love, because that's fun for me to talk about. One thing I really love is shoes, so that always can be a conversation that we have. Reading a good book, whether it's sitting outside or it's warm, like curled up in a blanket inside, if it's nonfiction, fiction, all of it. I just really love reading. I also really, really, really love Halloween. I think about it all year round. So if you ever want to talk about costumes or Halloween, I'm there. I also really love mac and cheese. It's my favorite food ever, ever. I would never get tired of it, whether it's fancy or craft from the box. It's the best, mac and cheese. I also really love to be outside in camping, canoeing kinds of things. One of my favorite things to do is to be in a canoe on the river on a beautiful summer day with the sun shining and the water sparkling. That's one of my very favorite things ever, ever, ever. And I also really love fire, which goes well with camping and hiking and stuff, because then you can build a fire at the end of the night. And being a scientist, I have some nice access to safe fire, so that's something that I enjoy a lot. So those are some things that I really love. I also like to tell you a little bit about my family. So this is who I consider my family that is closest to me, though of course I have some extended family, as many of you do as well. These are the people that I am closest to. So that first guy on the left, that is my dude friend. Yes, he's my boyfriend, but it's just he's too old to call that. So I call him my dude friend. He manages a church and daycare, so he's in charge of all the day-to-day stuff, whether it's finances or maintenance or staff or whatever it is, he does all of it. My dad there in the middle, he used to be a teacher. He taught industrial tech in my hometown of Howard Lake, Waverly, Winsted area, which industrial tech is like wood shop and small gas engines and architectural design and all of those kinds of things. My mom works at a bank, so if you had a check that you wanted to cash, she would be the one that would help you at a bank, again, near my hometown. It's actually in Winsted, Minnesota. My brother over there on the right, he's also a teacher. He teaches fourth grade right now, so at Buffalo, so not somewhere you probably didn't have him for elementary, but he's a really great teacher. He also coaches basketball, so those are some of the things he loves to do. My sister-in-law, Andrea, that's my brother's wife, she has this cool job where she helps other people find jobs and make sure that they keep their jobs. So these are people that maybe couldn't find a job on their own because of kind of some mental stress that they're under, and so she helps them do that, which I think is really awesome. I have two nieces. Erica on the left, she is in fifth grade this year. She loves like singing and playing basketball and just being silly and crazy. And Vanessa, whose biggest passions right now are the color red and anything having to do with her grandma. She really, really loves my mom, which is cute. And she is in first grade. So these are the people that are closest to me. This is who I consider my family. The next thing I want to tell you about is just a little bit about my background. I went to the University of Minnesota Morris. That's where I went for college, and I loved it there. It was a great place to be. So that was where I went after high school, and then I got a chemistry degree there, and then decided I wanted to go into teaching. So in May of 2003, I graduated with my teaching license, which is cool. And then I got a job here that same month. So in May of 2003, I got a job here and then started teaching in the fall of 2003, and I've been here ever since, and I love it. I can't imagine teaching anywhere else at this point. Outside of the classroom, so I really love the teaching part, but it's also fun to be part of the school stuff outside of the classroom. I am our speech team director. There's 8 other coaches that I work with, 4 of them in the building here, like Ms. Helmick, maybe you know, or Ms. Ormseth, maybe you know her too. And then there's some other teachers that are coaches here, and then some outside of the school coaches as well. So competitive speech, that's what we do. It's part of the Minnesota State High School League, just like, football or track would be. And so it's kind of a cool competition thing that's not sports related. I also am one of the advisors for National Honor Society, which is something for our juniors and seniors, just kind of an honor program that focuses on volunteer service and leadership and scholarship, like good grades and those kinds of things. And so just kind of a neat organization in our school here. And then I also play in the Fridley City Band. I play oboe. I've been playing oboe since I was in 6th grade, which is kind of crazy. It's been a long time. But I really love playing in that band. We just do a lot of kind of fun music and play for places like senior citizen homes and assisted living places, just to bring them some fun music and have some entertainment. So that's kind of a fun thing that I do outside of school. The last thing I want to share with you before we get going here is I want to talk just a little bit about what we're going to do here this trimester. The short answer is that you're going to learn how to be high school scientists. So that's going to be things like the process of science and what do scientists need to know how to do, how do we measure, how do we report information, and then our other big topic this trimester will be about energy. So really the big answer is we're trying to figure out how do I be a high school scientist to get you ready for all of your other classes, and in addition to kind of learning some intro to science topics. The other thing I want you to know that I want to leave you with during this greeting is that I always want you to remember that my job is to help you be successful. And I hope that will always be a positive thing, giving you reminders, teaching you, giving you help, being patient, being kind to you. Those are the things that I want to be able to do. Just know that sometimes helping or reminding you to be successful means that I have to ask you to remember to turn your homework in, or please, don't be on that website right now. Please focus. Please don't put your head down. Those kinds of things. But please know that that's only because I'm trying to help you be successful. So every day, remember that my job is to help you be successful here in this classroom, related to science, of course, but also just kind of being a good student and kind of a nice person. Those are some things that are important to me as well. So with that introduction and that greeting, why don't we learn something together today? That's always what I want our focus to be. So thank you for listening. Let's learn something together today. Goodbye.